Hello everyone, this is the Young Millennial Budget. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you have a moment, please remember to like and subscribe because it really does help out my channel. Today you'll be seeing me budget through my second paycheck of January 2021, as well as adjusting some of my categories to be more accurate for the bills I've received so far this year. So for some background, when I was making my 2021 goals, and most specifically my 1 month ahead category, I made a guesstimate of $1,500. I moved in December of 2020 into my friend's home, and I used what her bills look like prior to me moving in to anticipate what the bills would look like once I've moved in. However, some of them are a little bit higher than expected, so I'm just going to walk you through how I've changed those categories and which ones I'll be changing and how that will affect my $1,500 1 month ahead category. I had already adjusted my rent to $665.60 prior to making the goal, so that is included in the $1,500. Simply Safe, I ended up adjusting from $1,250 to $1,324 when the bill came out, and that shouldn't affect my $1,500 goal too much. The electricity bill, I had already adjusted. Prior to me moving in, my friend's bill was about $35. However, when the bill dropped this month, it was $102. So with the split, it was $50.69 each. So I've already adjusted the electricity bill to accommodate that. The gas bill just dropped today, and it was a little bit higher than expected. The bill was for $150 when prior to me moving here, her bills had ranged around $80 to $90. So I'm going to adjust this goal to make it more accurate, reflecting what this current bill is. So let me change that now. And let me just fund this category as well. The internet bill, the only reason I paid so much this month is because I paid her for the month of December and January, but this, I already knew the amount prior to moving in. The water bill we have not received yet because it comes in quarterly, so I'll adjust that and my $1,500 1 month ahead goal once I receive that. Renter's insurance, I actually need to call them and change the address. So let me just put a little asterisk here so I remember. And the rest of these goals look fine. In terms of professional expenses, that's included in my 1 month ahead. In terms of food, I've already adjusted my dining out category to be more reflective of what dining out has looked like for me since the pandemic has started. It was previously $150. I brought it down to $125 and may be adjusting it again in the future unless things get better and things start opening up. My groceries and fast food categories remain the same. For transportation, I had already reduced my metro goal from $50 to $30 because I've now moved to a location in my area that is a lot less metro accessible, and I anticipate I'll be using my car more. So previously I had no car expense goal, and I moved the $20 from metro to car expense. For personal care and health, in the last few days, I've decided to actually add goals to these categories to reflect the fact that my 2021 goal is to consistently fund my personal care and health categories and to use them accordingly to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. So I know that we'll be adding money to my $1,500 goal because I hadn't originally included it. My just for fun, I'd already reduced my fund money from $150 to $125 just because there's not as many activities to do in my area since the pandemic. In terms of giving, I actually would like to add a goal just to gifts and birthdays at this time. I would like to start saving about $50 a month in my goal category, mostly in anticipation of me spending more money during the holidays and just having a sinking fund going. But of course, I'll be spending from this category as needed as major events and birthdays come up in the lives of my friends I surround myself with. And donations, I will continue just funding that one as needed. All of my subscriptions and miscellaneous remain accurate, and so does my savings and buffering don't need a goal. So if I flip over to February, I'm going to just highlight all of these goals minus my 2021 goals, and that means I need $1,726 to be a full 1 month ahead. I'm actually just going to change my goal to $1,700 even and just cash flow any additional money. And let me just put a quick $200 in here so I can be a full month ahead. And now this goal is more reflective of what my actual bills look like now that I've moved into my friend's home. So the next thing I'm going to do is just allocating money towards things I anticipate spending. Originally, I didn't think I'd be spending any money outside of my necessary goals because I'm participating in the 34-day reset challenge with YNAB. However, I saw as the days were passing that I was beginning to build a list of things that I was just going to buy after the fact. So I rather just have more intentional spending. And of course, I'm not trying to spend money on frivolous things such as fast food or miscellaneous fun activities in my neighborhood. However, I did just move and I do need a couple of big furniture items. I previously thought my company was going to help me pay for my desk. They technically still would, but based off of budget cuts, it seems like I won't have the funding to do it at this time. But I'm going to buy the items right now, put it on my personal card, and see if I can get reimbursement after the fact. So at this time, I'm going to put about $200 into my moving expenses because that would be more accurate. I'm going to put $200 in there to buy a desk and a chair. I don't know if that will be enough, but I'm not trying to buy anything super fancy, and I may or may not buy a shoe rack as well, so maybe I'll put another $25 here. So that leaves me with $1,629.51 to put towards my 2021 goals. So let me just make sure everything in this section is fully funded already, except for Robinhood, which I do not have to fund until I've used all the money already sitting in my account. So now I have $771 to spend. I'm going to put an additional $250 here, and I'll be working my way down. If you remember from my 2021 financial goals video, I had arranged these goals in order of what is my highest priority. So for my student loans, I'm going to make this a clean number. So let me just add that amount here. I'm going to put $50 towards my emergency fund. And I'm going to put another $140 towards my Roth IRA for a clean $500 amount. And that gives me an extra $164. So let me put an extra $150 towards my new vehicle fund. And something that I've been finding really motivating as I'm adding money to these sinking fund categories is looking at how I am reducing my monthly contributions to meet my goal. So at this time, I have to put $750 towards my new vehicle fund, but I'm sure with the amount I just added, I'll be reducing my monthly amount, and this is my most important goal. So as of right now, next month, to stay on goal, I only have to put $670 a month in this category, so that's really motivating. I would love to see with my final paycheck of January if I could maybe reduce my monthly contributions down to about $600, because I still find the $670 monthly contribution very intimidating. And I would love to see if in the weeks to come I could somehow reduce my student loan sinking fund contribution to somewhere closer to $1,200, because I think that's a lot more sustainable for me, because my budget is going to remain pretty tight until I've front loaded these goals enough to have more sustainable monthly contributions, if that makes any sense. So that brings me to the end of the video. I'm going to put this $1,451 in my buffer because I can almost guarantee that I'm going to go over budget somewhere. And now I have a zero-based budget. So thank you guys so much for watching me budget through my second paycheck. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. And please remember to like and subscribe if you liked the video. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.